Milo.
Thank you. I have a free speech question. The late Aaron Swartz, co-founder of Reddit, said that censorship had a meaning outside of government when private corporations either invent new kinds of speech or have a monopoly on certain places online. It's becoming very clear that Twitter and Facebook in particular are censoring and punishing conservative and libertarian points of view. The president's made some encouraging comments about free speech. He said, for example, that university students shouldn't be coddled, perhaps suggesting that the safe space and trigger warning culture isn't something he believes in. Is there anything the president can do to encourage Silicon Valley to remind them of the importance, the critical importance of open free speech in our society?
Well, I appreciate the question. Obviously part of what's built into our system is a respect for private companies to put in place their own policies. But I think the president would be the first one to observe that the success of that kind of social media and some of those social media tools is actually predicated on the idea of freedom of expression. And in fact, it allows, many of these tools are so groundbreaking because they give people an opportunity to express themselves in ways that we didn't previously even imagine. It also gives the average person the opportunity to be heard by the world. And that's what makes that kind of technology and those kinds of tools so remarkable. And frankly, I think that's part of what makes them so successful. But yes, but as you point out, that is predicated on the important protection of First Amendment rights to self-expression.
We obviously can't enforce the First Amendment on private corporations, but there seems to be a very clear trend. My verification check was taken away for making jokes about the wrong group of people. Conservative commentators and journalists are being punished, being suspended, having their tweets deleted by Twitter. Facebook is, removing criticism of immigration in Europe. Are there any mechanisms that the government can use to remind these companies that they have that responsibility, or do we just have to trust that the market's going to punish them if they don't?
Well, I know that I'm not sure exactly what sort of government policy decision could have any influence on that. Obviously there is, though, a third branch of government, which is, our courts that are supposed to be insulated from politics. They're supposed to be in a position to resolve those kinds of questions. So if there are private citizens who feel their constitutional rights are being violated in some way, that they do have an opportunity to address that before a judge in a court of law. And that should be the way our system works. But again, even that is predicated on the idea that our court system is appropriately insulated from partisan politics. Okay.